Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Last time, we have finally found the final Light Warden. And wouldn't you know it, it's Vauthry himself. Oh gosh, I would not have called that. I also wouldn't have called the fact that Meal is ground up Sin Eater. Oh god, I wanted to throw up when I heard that. Oh, that was so disgusting. Oh, and he's been using it to basically brainwash and mind control the residents of Yulmore all this time. Anyway, confronted, he has fled to a location we cannot reach, the highest peak in the land. So, not sure what we're gonna do about that. I suppose we have to deal with fixing the people of Yulmore first, right, Thancred? Paradise Fallen, yeah, and this is definitely about what this place is. So, here is some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now, those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you're done, be sure to let Rin know. And that's right. Rin seems to be able to help them. So this is, basically just a stopgap measure. Also, yes, I finally have access to the Ethernet and the Aetheryte in Yulmore. Thank goodness I needed this. I'm still technically in town. I'm not gonna have to worry about getting assaulted by any of these guys, am I?
Oh, Lord Vauthry, you are my daily meal.
Ew, yeah, this one needs a little of the old dreamy powder. Yep, there we go. Yeah, go to sleep, my buddy. Next is in the understory. Well, thankfully, I have an Ethernet shard that helps us out. At least it looks like a good chunk of the guards are still in one piece.
Ah, it hurts. Please, Lord Vauthry, take away the pain.
Oh, you're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death.
My mistress, she's been injured. Please help her, I beg you.
Oh. No, I don't recognize you, sorry.
What is this? Oh, she's sleeping. A medicine to help her rest while she waits treatment, you say? Oh, thank you so much. When she began acting strangely, I didn't know what to do.
And then I guess the last one is back up at the top. Man, even the so-called free citizens up here were getting the old meal treatment.
Must stop trespassers sullying our paradise.
You're fine, buddy. Here, sleep it off.
Where did you fly to, my sweet canary?
Oh, this is the guy from earlier when we first visited Yulmore. The guy who had the servant with the busted voice. She probably ended up as Sin Eater Shao. And I see Rin's over here doing her best.
Oh, there you are, Dekumon. I've just finished aiding this man. Now for the next one.
Don't worry, I got 3 more under for you.
More out in the derelicts and below, you say? Oh, so many of them. But Midvillia entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone.
Good God. Anyway, I can bring them to you, save you at least, part of the trip.
Oh, that would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you, Dekumon. I'll do my best to keep pace.
The Gopher of Light, never resting on his laurels. So a couple hours and a couple dozen trips to the old fireman carry.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
Yeah. Thankfully, all this meal has been doing is controlling them. No one seems to be in threat of turning. I hope. I really hope.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Oh, hey. It's the fat cat lady.
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy?
No, he's Alphino the Savior.
What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Lady, you drank the Kool-Aid. Let's leave it at that.
Let me handle this.
It's all yours, Alphino. You're one for the big speeches, not me.
Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be.
Watch, they all knew the truth and they just didn't give a shit.
Vauthry is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
Oh, okay, fine. We're just gonna fade out as Alphino explains everything, and everybody's basically just gonna, you know, faint on the floor. We have to spend the next 2 quests reviving them.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
No kidding. I mean, they basically just found out they've been worshipping a sin eater for the past, you know, goodness knows how long. And half the people they know, or basically everyone they knew who had disappeared, is dead and they've probably been eating them.
Are you saying we were Vauthry's puppets all this time?
Oh yeah, definitely.
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vauthry's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility.
Ooh, Alphino laying it down hard. Love it.
Of your own free will, you came to the city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience.
We're gonna need a lot of mirrors to hold up to this crew, aren't we?
You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew.
That's right. You're all gonna have to work for it now.
We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more.
Oh, speech over.
I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vauthry.
Okay, how? No, seriously, how, dude? We can't even get up there yet.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I mean, okay, maybe if we could steal an airship or two. That might work.
You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Well, it's a start.
Vauthry has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
No, but this is Yulmore. Don't you have a few dozen of them laying around? We've seen them enough times.
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Shoot. Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time.
The ladder? Go on.
In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vauthry took control, it was abandoned altogether.
Probably to keep the people up top safe from him.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Well, I just so happen to know a few miners who might be willing to help, and B, have a good amount of experience in fixing one of these things.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Of course she volunteers her husband. Of course.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, shut up and do it.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Oh! So you're the ones who fled Armoreng to come here and took all the knowledge of the Talos with them. Ain't that convenient? Yes, buddy.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
Oh, don't worry. We'll duct tape it to your hands.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just...
Smile and nod, buddy. Smile and nod.
All right. I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
That's gonna be a short list. This crew is pretty pampered looking.
Well done, brother.
He looks shocked at his own success here. Well, that worked better than I expected.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Don't we always? Alrighty, that was a fun little jaunt. Alphino, what's next? The ladder.
The ladder is situated to the north and west of Right. Let us make our way there, Dekumon.
Oh, you just expect me to go there? There's nothing else to do, huh? Let me take a quick swing around Yulmore first. I just want to make sure that there are no blue quests. I see no blue quests. Okay, good. Oh boy, you call this thing a ladder, I call it one serious elevator. This thing is massive. Oh, those are some cool looking Talos. They look like iron Talos as opposed to the stone ones we saw back in Armoreng. Dekumon, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? Yes. For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Ishtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. Let me guess, that's where I come in. I'm on material hunting duty, right? If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Sure, why not? Though I don't have a botanist leveled up on this character. My thanks, Dekumon. Directly to the south, thou wilt find a dry dock, Vermont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. Huh. You know, I was just there last episode, helping to loosen some lumber off an old ship hull. Maybe they could spare some. And once again, I find myself visiting a location that I could have just gotten here with an Ethercart quest. You know, overlap, right? Hello there, Sitta. Haven't seen you around before. New to Cape Town, I take it? If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that will cost extra. How about building for the ladder? You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you can do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. Of course. Look, I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Really? You want a math problem dealt with, alright. Take stock of the supply of lumber at the shipyard. What you learn can be reviewed in your key items. Alright, well, Grithel should give me the lion's share of it. Eh? Taking stock for Irvine, are ya? Yeah, pretty much. Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted though, so we tossed them out, leaving 59. Oi, Grithel! Another note's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged, it's only good for kindling now. So I'm adding 12 to my total. Right then, bring the good ones here, and be sure to let Irvine know as well. This is gonna be fun. I have to write all this down, actually. So, how many planks does that make now? You're writing down all the numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. You jot down the details of the conversation. Clearly this place is well managed and well maintained, right? Where am I going to find other piles of lumber to look at? I see one. There's a stack of lumber here. What do we got? I'm just gonna sit here and count them all individually, huh? What do we got? You count 11 planks in the stack. That's good. So where's the last stack? Is it over here behind the storehouse? No, it can't be. That's too far away. Where is the... Oh, I bet it's up there, isn't it? Yep, it was up here, you dirty little rascals. All right, how many do we have here? 24 planks in this stack. All right, let me bring up the key items here. What do we got? I want to look at this. Oh, I say, scrawled in your hand, it says 11 in stock, 24 in stock, so that's 35. All right, so I've got 35 plus 13 is 48, plus another 68 is 116, minus 10 damage is 106. All right. Well, let's see if my off-the-cuff and not written down at all math is reasonably correct. Done, are you? So, how many planks did you count? 106. Aye, that's exactly what I counted. Were you cheating? Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for, anyway? Didn't I tell you we're fixing the damn ladder? Wait, you were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned, here, have another 100 planks, you're gonna need them. Well, if that's the case, please let us help with the work. Oh, didn't expect that. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all itch to do something, well, greater. The fellow you say is in charge, you reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? I'm sure he won't mind. No, he'd actually welcome the help. You know, many hands, light work, and all that. Oh, wonderful! I'll round up the lads and lasses, and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you'll ever need. Well, this was a bonus. Not only did I get the wood, I got assistance to use it. All right, Orange, let's see what happens. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? That and more. Well, well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be complete ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward toward journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. I suspect that I'll have some sort of smile. Might be a bit of a wry one, but we'll see. Anyway, it's time to see the view from above. Ah, but prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. What, you just want me to idle? You know, just find a nice quiet spot and do a little snoozing and some whistling? Maybe a little whittling? I guess. The warrior of light is not used to being so idle. Waiting for everyone else to do all the work while he just sits around and does nothing. Vanquard with the hammer, that's adorable. Were you sweeping, lady? What the hell good's that gonna do? Oh, is it Arbor time?
Would you look at that?
Oh.
The citizens of Yulemore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
Huh. I was expecting Ardbert, but I'll take some Emmett Selk one-on-one time. Hey, don't look at me, man. I don't have any crafting classes leveled. I can't help.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason?
Murder. Clearly, it's murder.
You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace.
So says the conqueror.
This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones. A difficult feat to achieve.
Yeah, Garlemald's been really good at treating the people under them with dignity. See the Stormblood expansion for further details.
But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise.
Eh? Wait, are you saying I conquered these people?
It's a compliment. Take it.
Less conquering and more cooperation, I feels. Oh, we're gonna get the Talos up and running.
Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye.
You know...
What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying?
You know, we may not be, you know, your version of people, but these guys do pretty decent jobs.
Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves.
What, you think these people don't?
Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common.
Something tells me your society was very boring.
And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed.
Guessing that was your capital, or where you lived. Either one would be valid.
Not that you would remember any of this.
Sorry, dude. Before my time, remember? Remember? Is this story going anywhere? No, yeah. Remember? Curious?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have.
You know, to be fair, he's probably not entirely wrong. It probably really was a form of paradise, but at the same time, it's gone. It's gone. Now this is the world we have to work with. Make the world the best what you can.
You are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain.
Oh, this is going back to the discussion we had the prior episode, where the people of the source, their souls are effectively regaining the pieces as the shards are rejoined.
Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world.
Yeah, but here's the whole problem. I don't survive. Remember Uranje's little vision? Not to mention everyone else.
But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero.
Sheesh. Shouldn't you be hiding in a corner somewhere with all this light shining down on you?
Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl?
Ah, the real reason you're here. No, I have no idea who the Exarch is at this point.
What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting.
Don't worry, I have a feeling we'll find out who the Exarch is before too much longer.
I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
There's the little hand wave again. You know, if nothing else, the pall of light means that I'm always getting halfway decent lighting.
You could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
Hey, we got some functioning Taloses! Man, that was a lot easier than the last one we had to fix. See what happens when you keep your Talos in proper storage, not just out in the elements. Oh. Hey, Artbert. You were the person I was expecting to be talking to in this cutscene.
I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were...
I never thought to wonder why until now.
Pretty shot.
I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude.
Yeah, being alone for 100+ years could probably drive a person a little loopy.
Time wears you down, Hi. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk.
Yeah, no kidding. Dude's been, well, basically, well, they've had the other Ascians, but still, they've been more or less alone for millennia at this point.
All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Good advice, man. Good advice. All right, let's get this bridge going.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else.
Seriously, Alice A? Bad puns, bad puns.
That's the spirit. Come on then.
Let's hop on this thing for her re-maiden voyage because, it's been a damn long time since things moved.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time.
Wow, this thing, yeah, it probably did exist during Artbert's time.
Watch the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us.
Come on, Artbert, get up here.
Awed and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word. The silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
Yes, come on, get up here, Artbert. And the other two are like, what's he looking at?
No one but me remembers that day.
It still seems horribly inefficient. You guys couldn't just get an engine to do that instead of a pair of golems.
Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
It is an impressive view, I must say. That thing isn't even touching the ground. Why did the awesome sauce music suddenly kick up? What's going on here?
And here we finally are, at top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alpha, no! Dekumon! Come up here! There's something I need you to see! Oh, what could this be about?
I don't know, but I assume it has something to do with the kick-ass music going. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Besides the wild Talos down there.
There's a village, Dekumon! Over to the northeast!
So there is.
Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen.
Well, the ladder's probably noisy as all get out. They probably heard it.
Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Dekumon.
You're joking me. I gotta find the person? Oh, I gotta do this again. All right, let's establish our search parameters. That's the lower left corner. And that is the upper right corner. So let's see if I can't find myself a random, I see them. They're right there. Just looking at me. I assume this is it. Oh no, this is a shoe bill. The creature stares at you unflinchingly with murderous intent in its eyes. This possibly isn't the person that Alice saw. But he's still trying. He still looks like he wants to murder me. Well, that's an actual person. How's this? And now he's running for his life. You located the mysterious person. However, it seems he's likewise spotted you and hurriedly turns back to the village. Well, that was moderately uneventful.
There is someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit. And I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited.
Might as well. Maybe I could pick up a new headpiece there. I desperately need one. This thing is hideous. Aw, the awesome music's gone. That's a little sad. Okay, first off, we have dried meats, so clearly somebody's here. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. So, not even dry yet. I see a door. There's something else I have to examine, clearly. Knock, knock! Anybody home? You hear faint sounds from inside the building. However, the door refuses to budge. So, not willing to entertain visitors, huh? Alright, still gotta find one more thing to search. Aha, it was in here. A half-empty cup. Someone's definitely been here. The hell with the half-empty cup? How about the, still steaming pot on the stovetop there? These cups are half-empty, or half-full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. Yeah, the kettle is more interesting than the half-empty cups. I'm sorry, because that is definitely proof of recent activity.
What news, Dekumon? Were you able to find anything of note?
Oh yeah, people are definitely still living here. Couldn't find a mysterious person though. Maybe this place really is abandoned now. People are definitely still living here.
Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they're doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, well, what are we to do?
Well, we can't go dragging them out by the scruff. Or can we? Nah, we are the good guys. We shouldn't do that. Of course, one of them might come out eventually, like so.
I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life?
Hmm? Saved your life? Oh! He's the kid we gave the Sahagin plan to, isn't it? Yo, Tristal! The artist from Yulmore. Oh no, he's the artist. Never mind, I'm sorry, wrong character. It's been so long since we've been to Yulmore the first time. But yeah, he's the artist, the one who gave us the pen. Should probably give that back to him, honestly. You remembered! Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. Okay, better question. How'd you get up here without the ladder? As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Gulg broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly, the ladder starts moving again. I tell you, it's crazy around here. And you feared whoever was coming up here would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? Said mountain. So, Vauthry is a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Gulg. That makes all the sense in the world. Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Oh, and give me back my artist pen. I missed the damn thing. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vauthry, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I'll tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Well, that's awful nice of him. Now we just need to get the rest of the crew up here. Oh. And bonus, I just hit level 79. You know, I was half expecting to go over here to the Aetheryte, but I guess we'll start in this place. In Mount Gulg's shadow. Oh, and this is a weapon right off the bat. I love it. This old weapon here is ugly. Get another hapless soul that Alphino saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things just never change. At any rate, it seems the brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Okay. Dekumon and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care out there. Sure. Let's go exploring. Looks like we're headed north first. Oh, I see that the local yokels have come out to play, although I don't see any blue ether current quests. That's fine. Looks like there's another settlement up there. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head to the west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. Oh, in a short while then. Alright. I'm going west. Towards what looks to be the direction of Tamara. I see purple smoke. It's been a while. Here, get my chocobo out. Ooh, I see the kick-ass music's kicked up again. Oh, damn it, Sin Eaters. Of course. Vauthry on the loose, probably just raining them down from on high. Nope, ain't taking that. Go down, you son of a bitch. There we go. Looks like I gotta find another one. More purple smoke. More Sin Eaters. Ah, even the humanoid looking ones are out and about too. Yeah, get myself a little of the old Buffy up here. Gospel. That attack is called Gospel, really? That's sad. Alright, that should take care of one. Now for the other. Thankfully, when they're in a pack like this, they tend to be a lot weaker. Oh no. Screw it. I want to see how much this does. Barely anything. Your auto attacks hit about that hard, my friend. That's sad. And there's the mountain. Wonder if Alisei had as much fun fighting Sin Eaters as I did.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few Sin Eaters out there.
I see. Yeah, her too.
You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Stolla's concerns about the air assault are definitely valid at this point. We'd probably get shot out of the sky trying to get there. Oh, they're definitely coming from that.
Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
If I were Vauthry, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many Sin Eaters as I could lay my hands on.
Hence the reason he was chomping down on all the meal. He's probably been crapping them out left and right.
And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb.
Climb nothing, dude. We need wings.
But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems.
Yeah, all the air between the mountain and the ground is kind of a dead hint there, Alisei.
Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
Maybe we could hit up some Amaro instead. Oh. Speaking of flying. The hell are those? Look like Allian tech almost.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Oh yeah, they are Allian tech.
And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
Exarch's controlling them, I'm guessing.
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes.
Oh.
I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
The little scout flies. Oh, they're not making it anywhere near this thing. They're getting shot down hard. Yeah, oh my, that is a shit ton of Sin Eaters. Well, that worked. Damn, Vauthry's got himself a hell of a defense.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
Yep.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
I hope they weren't expensive.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course.
What, are we gonna flood the land and, take a boat up there? Is that the plan?
Master Alphino waiteth for us atop Rung. Thither should we make our way.
Well, that was an interesting little show. Also, now we've got the Exarch back. All right, time for the big group huddle.
I didn't expect to see the Kais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights.
Oh, they did come up. I almost didn't see them there.
At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together.
Yeah, we will. We will definitely need to come up with something, but first things first, get this damned ugly weapon off of me and hopefully give me something a little better. Please let this look better than what I'm wearing. Ah, it's the stars again. Okay, these I do not mind one little bit. These look so much better than that weird stack of staves that just kind of ugly looking. All right, a gigantic undertaking. Oh dear. I mean, what's the plan here then?
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vauthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters.
Yeah, I think there's just too many Eaters to even think of that.
Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Sid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Seriously? All those airships and you guys didn't think of any sort of air superiority? Wow.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to earth.
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work.
Maybe she's onto something. Maybe if we can't get to the mountain, maybe we can drag it back down somehow.
Ridden the ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
Seen the sights.
The lady may well have the right of it.
Oh?
Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain.
What, are we gonna just like build a giant catapult, stick us all in a boulder and fling it at the mountain and hope it makes it?
In the form of a Talos.
Oh.
A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
Holy shit. That golem would be massive.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Yeah, it would probably take us like a year to build that damn thing.
Boulder Dash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex.
Well, luckily we have the foremost engineer on Talos technology standing right here. Right? Kaishir.
Oh, I suppose,
or Chinese, I'm sorry.
If its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required.
Well, I'll be damned, he's actually thinking of it. Oh.
Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis.
Yeah, we could get them from Amarang.
The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoray. I will go and petition their aid.
Exactly. Time to round up all the crews we've been helping out throughout this.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmor is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
I mean, I could probably get Feoul to chip in some Fey folk.
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talos of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Or maybe, like I was just saying, a Fairy King.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief.
Dude, hello. Personal branch of the frickin' Fairy King Titania here. I'm pretty sure I could get them to cooperate.
Being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that I just want more Fe'ul in the story.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners?
Yeah, we've been busy while you've been lounging in Yulmore this whole time, buddy.
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand.
That's the idea.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Oh, please let us announce it now. Just please let us announce it now. Come on. We are the warriors of flippin' darkness. Oh, come on. The saviors of the world. Adventures of no import. The artist Alphino and his assistants. Yeah! Come on. I have to say this one. Just so I can get a rise out of Alphino. His face.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
That was so worth it. That was so worth it.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
He's like, oh god, what have I volunteered for this time?
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
Oh yeah, they'd love to see the lift working again, if nothing else, I'm sure. Still think I should just be talking to Fe'ul. He could be a lot of help.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Yeah, he looks like he's got it all under control right now. We needed some good lighthearted content after the last, episode. Good lord. This guy looks like he's gonna faint on us. I have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? No, she doesn't. Before I can even attempt to decide anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one even lives up here. Not true. There's actually a whole village up here. What? A village of Yomoran exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. Oh god, this will never work, never! I never should have fixed that when he left. Never should have written it up here, never should have. Never should have. Oh, shut up! Jesus, lady, seriously, smack him. Smack him hard.
Oh, dear darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Dekumon. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation, awaken his sense of daring.
Choose words that will best encourage Chai News. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirits sufficiently during the conversation. Oh my god. It's a mini game! Duty commands. Chai News is plagued with self-doubt. Oh, I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size, no one's ever even dreamed of it. Dude, we just dreamed of it. Alphino once struggled to collect firewood. July is counting on you as well. You're a genius! You could do this. Yeah, no, Alphino once struggled to collect firewood, yeah. Come on, dude. He did. But he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. Trust me, he was not when I first met him. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. Chai still harbors some misgivings. We're getting there. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not barely likely to give it. The Tristal's even among them. You said so yourself. Lest you've forgotten, we essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others still bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. You'd be surprised. You don't know until you apologize. Hey, I'll come with you. Don't worry, he'll forgive you for sure. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step, exactly. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together. Even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. Shainu still harbors some misgivings, but we're getting there. What then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle, the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they think that the plan is absurd. Hell, I think it's absurd, and I'm designing the damn thing. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmore. Hell, we liberated a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. Everything you touch turns to gold. No one would doubt your plan, no. Yeah, it's less absurd than what's going on in Yulmore. Hey, I was gonna suggest it's less absurd than trying to build the ladder. Well, I can't argue with that logic. How enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. Chinese is feeling somewhat optimistic. Hey, we're getting there. But realistic or no, there's no guarantee of success. There are risks to consider should the venture fail. Imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Vauthry and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and will meet a horrible end. Then we'll go together. I'll protect you. I'll protect everyone. Yeah, we could build some battle Talos. Yeah, this is my job. This is where I come in. I am the flippin' warrior of darkness. It's my job to protect people. I'm in love. I see what you did there. That's how you win over the masses. With that irrepressible aura of dependability. No wonder everyone asks you to do everything for them. But very well, you've made your conviction clear. And I'm assured in spite of myself. I won't let my fears get the better of me. It's unseemly if nothing else. Chinese is burning with motivation, and I think the sun just went down. Holy crap. Duty complete! Ah, there it is. I was so expecting a fanfare. Yes! Yes! By the gods, I can do this! I just need to have a little more faith in myself. Good. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal, oh god, I'm crapping my pants again. My love, things are liable to become a little more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. Yeah, not a chance.
No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize.
But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Well, perhaps this is a bad idea after all. Oh, I don't think I have what it takes. And he's back to the bottom of the barrel again. Oh, hey, Exarch. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say, even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Maybe it is. Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? It is not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. Come on.
Come, darling. Like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos.
And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. Well, maybe I should go first, because they still might be cross with you, but I mean, at least your heart's in the right spot. I'm glad my words just struck a chord. Shall we? More hints as to who the Exarch could be, I see. Yep, Tristal. You have every right to be angry with us, but please, listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation. Dude, you should start with the apology first, then ask. You've every right to be upset. Vauthry's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardships of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. Come on. The fact that I came here with them should at least count for something. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. Good. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Damn well better, because I do not have a plan B. I was hoping for a headpiece, but I'll take a body piece. Wicked White! Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot about one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. A heart! A human heart! The heart? Yeah, exactly. We're gonna need us a big old lion-eyed piece. That's right, the heart! I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So, while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable to bring the life of Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. I wonder where we're gonna find ourselves enough ore to get a heart of that size. Well, we're gonna have to find that out in another video, my friends. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more adventures in Novrant. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.